Hello divine creators, hello beautiful beings. Welcome to Dumela Universe. We are Kemet. Thank you so much for joining us. Beautiful beings, we are going to do something different and we are going to go live on Sundays at 6 p.m. South African time. So we are going to try this out. We have been toying with the idea of a podcast or a radio station, somewhere where we can just go online, where you are available to communicate, chat with us, um, interact with us, and we'll be able to bring through what's available at that time. We are not going to plan the 2-hour session much. We are just going to be open to source, whatever we receive at that time. Should a tarot reading come through, we do it. Should a meditation come through, we go through with it. Should a being wish to channel through us, let's go. So whatever it is available in that hour to hour period of time, and naturally whoever is joining us at that time, those are the energies we'll be co-creating, yes, with the collective energies, but we feel so saying whoever is online with us at the time, the energies will focus also on the beings there, because you will be with us almost like a soul session or one-on-one sessions, but with group, with all of you who are available to tune in at the time. We will of course enable the live chat, so you'll be able to communicate. We will probably not chat back, but we will read, and should something come through, that source would direct us to. So perhaps one or two or three or few of you might have something you want to ask, or something you want to add, or something you might want to discuss. And should it resonate, of course we will bring it through. And should you maybe have a topic or something you'd want to discuss it sometime, and there's a good response for it, or there's interest there, or it resonates, then of course it can be something we bring through on the next live session. And depending on how it goes, we might be able to extend it from 2 hours to 3 or 4, or perhaps have a morning session in order to assist others for time zone. At this time, 6 p.m. South African time seems to be relatively okay for those in Europe and those in Americas. Unfortunately, Australia, it's always been tricky to time, for you are literally at the other side of the world. So to try and get a time which works is a bit tricky. But should there be an Australian audience and it's picking up, then perhaps we can do a special live session which caters for your specific time zone. So let us just grow with this and see how it goes. But for all of you interested, we're going to begin the Sunday session, Sunday soul sessions. We'll be going live on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube, and we will just begin at 6 p.m. Whoever's here will be here, and we will just go with the flow, see what comes through, and enjoy. We will monetize the live chat, so there will be adverts for those of you who do not have the membership on YouTube, just to be forewarned. And of course there will be space for any of you who wish to donate to be able to, if I'm not mistaken, tips or something like that, I'm not sure. And of course any contribution will be appreciated. However, just to let you know, we will be keeping the adverts on, so that we can assist in generating a little bit of energy back to assist us to continue. We have been guided that this will be our main, and it has been for a few years. Dumela Universe and our spiritual practice has been our main income, and so we are guided that this is where we are to now stay and expand more than ever before. And so we trust that whatever comes through assists you and also assists in each and every single one of your expansions and your stability and everything else that comes through. Okay, so let us now see what is coming through at this time, beautiful beings. Just wished to announce it here, and of course we will put on regular announcements just to get the ball rolling. Okay. Kiviatur taloviries katis, kitries talozatos kitries kiavites, talovares kiazotos kiariki, talovatos kitries kazatir talovek. Okay, just before we continue, it will almost be like a podcast, or when we used to do our light checks or spirit checks, when we used to just come through and channelings, divine tea with Kemet, that kind of vibe. The many almost downloads you receive throughout the day, where we would like to share it, and we feel that that'll be a more fluid way to have a conversation about the energies working, and of course sharing experiences and being able to perhaps engage with each of you with your different experiencings. And maybe next time we'll be able to have a conference where we can all gather and share and learn. Okay, let us see. Viatos. At the center of the read we have the Page of Pentacles. Within we have the King of Pentacles. Vaturos Talavaries. Without we have the Four of Cups. Below we have the Six of Swords. Vatur calavariatur talaviries kiazites. Ratares. And above we have Justice. Beneath the deck we have the Nine of Cups. We will come to the Nine of Cups just now. We wish to begin with the Page of Pentacles at the center. So, new energy, new physical manifesting, born of the King of Pentacles within. Okay. So you are asked to be the observer. You are asked to trust what Source is bringing in through for each and every single one of you. Source is saying you've been asking for financial assistance, you've been asking for stability, you've been asking for security, you've been asking for a way for you to finally build and be stable, a way to assist you financially, because this is the Taurus energy. We see that Pentacle energy, it's really about your physical manifestation, your stability, your career, a lot of energy here about career, about security, safety, stability. Relationships, secure relationships, foundation, solid relationships, which are long-lasting, which you can build upon, things you can build upon, manifestations and creations you are birthing, you can build upon, which are long-lasting legacies. Your manifestations, what you're asking for, coming through and materializing in the physical. And Source is saying, okay, well, you here in the physical, Four of Cups, remain open. You know what you want, you know your desires, you feel them. Harness and hone in the energy of what you want, the space you want to live in, the energies you want around you, the work you want to be doing, the experiences you want to experience. You just harness that frequency. We bring the how. We then bring the way and the how for you to then build what you do. So here you are receiving now the how from us through your King of Pentacles energy, your source saying, okay, we feel what you want, and now this is the path in which you will receive what you want in a way which keeps you stable, in a way which keeps you in your power. So the physical manifestations, the co-creations, the conversations, whatever you are going to be engaging in, keeps you in your power and you can build upon it. You want to build upon it. It's things that you want to keep going. You want to build. You do not feel like it's too much work. You're excited. So here you are, that Page of Pentacles. You receiving the information from the mastery of your source, but you in the physical are now this page, this newborn frequency, source in the physical for the very first time. And you are receiving the information, the how. You're receiving the how from your source frequency in its power. The King of Pentacles, that is in your power, that is boss energy, CEO energy. This is you seated and secure in the physical realm, in your worth, in your value. This is you, this is your mastery, this is your divine abundance, this is your divine prosperity. You are now accessing those codes, right? And those codes are saying, we need you to release everything which you were. The dreams that you had, the plans, everything just has to be released and dissolved. That's the world of the caterpillar, okay? We, as we have mentioned to all of you before, well, if you've connected to the readings, you'll have heard this in some of the readings, where we mentioned that we were inspired to join ballet class, and we have always wanted to do ballet since we were younger. It's always been a frequency, right? And so, but the environment and the conditioning and everything we were going through, it wasn't a feasible thing at that time. In our perception of life, it wasn't feasible. And we then released it. And now that we have released the conditioning and really centered within Kemet, the feeling of ballet came through again as we walked past the studio. And it resonates. And we thought, okay, it resonates, let's go try it out. And being in the class, it's lovely. We're enjoying it. We're experiencing it. And we are engaging in it. And we are playful in it. And it feels at ease. And recently, about 2 days ago, we were asked, well, 2 days ago, we asked Source, we're really looking for financial stability. We're really looking for abundance. We really want to call in our abundance now. We enjoy Dumela Universe, we enjoy what we're doing. We just want to know, how can we allow more financial security and freedom in order for us to continue doing what we are doing. We don't want to stop the healing work. We don't want to stop being able to offer the service, and nothing else really resonates in terms of work. So how can we, increase more from what we do? And so said, well, you need to release the distractions and hone in your frequency. And we felt the inspired action to release ballet and release the other things. We also did boxing and Muay Thai and all these beautiful things we really enjoy. And Source was saying, release all those things. And we thought, but why must you release those? We enjoy being in them. And Source was like, okay, so you go to ballet class, yes. And when you leave ballet class, do you do your stretches? Do you do your exercises to get stronger every time? And you think, no. And when you think of them, when you look at the ballet dancers on maybe TikTok, or you see the exercises, because we have beautiful divine being Jaylene, and she does dance and performance. So she was staying with us for a while and she was showing us these stretches and stuff. And as she was doing it, we literally felt this, ooh, no. And surprised us. We just felt, ooh, I don't want to do that. It's so much work. Oh, so much work. That's all we felt. And when we see the exercise on TikTok, oh, it's so much work. No. And we thought, Source, are we lazy? I mean, we enjoyed it in class, but oh, there's nothing at all inspires us to do this. Even our boxing lessons and our Muay Thai lessons, right? We've been doing it for about 4 to 5 years now. Enjoying it, enjoying the fitness. However, we realize we haven't decided we do it in class. We don't then do the drills. We don't do the exercises. We're not building for it to grow. We're just maintaining it at that default plateau. So we've done it for so many years, but we're not advancing, and nothing is inspiring us to randomly train on our own. If as soon as we see people do that, it's great for them, but for us, and so you see, those were the dreams of Lasala. And you need to ask yourself, are you, now that you have awakened in your power, are you going to relive life as Lasala would have lived it? Or are you going to live Kemet, how you would have come in? And also, think about this. We were asked, should you have come into this reality awakened, not conditioned? You've come, you were born into this world, and you expressed yourself as Kemet. Do you think you would be wanting to do ballet and all these things? Or do you think you would be so immersed in your magic that that would be what stimulates you? Because how do you feel about work? And we think, we love it. Channeling, we love it. And so said, when you were inspired to start the tarot, knowing you had to now sit down, research tarot, understand the meanings. Look at how you just went through it. You ate it all up. You didn't think, oh, you were there. And whenever we say take a break, that's when you got irritated, like one more. And even now, during your days, when you're doing your integrations and you're receiving meditations, every day you check, is there anything else source? No. Any weavings? No. Any tarot? No. See how excited you are for your frequency. And so saying, you see, so yes, as much as those are beautiful things, and yes, you healed your inner child by doing it for a few months, and you're healing inner child and you're healing your past energies, but those were Lasala's healings. You're Kemet. You don't have to heal that anymore. That's no longer, that's irrelevant. It's gone. You've done the healing. So we need you to refocus by dropping everything, release everything that was, and refocus now back to you and hone in your energy, just like the readings we uploaded yesterday. Hone in your energies, hone in your frequency, because you have this, we had this sort of saying, because Kemet, we can see that when you are doing Demella Universe, you enjoy it, but it's also in your mind work. And then, ballet is fun and boxing is fun and these other things are fun. And we're saying, does it feel like work when you're doing this? And we think, no, actually it just feels like breathing. It doesn't feel like work, it feels so natural. And so saying, yes, so don't you believe that when you hone in these energies, they will manifest play and other things for you too? Other ways in which your power, your ability, your source frequency can entertain you and can surprise you and can manifest for you in the physical. So says your beautiful Demella Universe, it's just the foundation. All these years, what you've been doing is the foundation. You just barely began to scratch the surface of what you can truly do. Velastri just opened the door for you. You have barely walked in it. We want to build the scaffolding now, the structure. The foundation is there, now it's time for the scaffolding, so that you can now build upon the framework. The framework has to go up now, so you can build upon it. But you're not spending enough time on the framework. You're not spending enough time harnessing. You're distracted now. As soon as you're in out of the cocoon, poof, back to your physical distractions, back to your physical ways. And so Demella Universe was good and healing, but you're not really expanding and growing it. It's almost plateauing. Thus, naturally, the other things in the physical are also just plateauing. But should you harness your energy and grow and build the foundation, allowing your energy not only to be limited to Demella Universe, of course, however our energy from within wants to, however that energy wants to express itself, build and be stable and be stable and be in that place of yes. We have our own home, we have our own stability, our finances are in check, everything's just there. Now, whatever you're inspired to do is with that frequency. So you will not feel, oh, I don't want to do it. You'll be doing it, you'll be investing in it. So we feel this energy for all of us. Source is saying, release what was. You're a butterfly. Release the dreams of the caterpillar. Release. Clean slate. Reset. Ground zero. And we've done this before. Remember in the 2021, 2022? From the caterpillar to the cocoon, we had to go ground zero. And Source is saying, yes, you went ground zero with the spirit realm assisting you. Now you're going ground zero by yourself. The spirit realm pinned us to Source. And when we were pinned to Source, we could see how our reality shifted to us. Then as soon as we're out of the cocoon, we got distracted again. And Source is saying, now you are Source. So you have to pin yourself to Source, and you have to now allow yourself to receive from Source. That hermit energy isn't to isolate you, it's for you to harness and hone in your frequency. You are here to anchor other realms in here. Stop getting distracted by how the humans have done it. Yes, it's inspiring to watch a ballet performance, but should you have been born Kemet fully and truly, you would have had a nice interest in the sense of maybe watching a show and appreciating the artistry, but you would be so happy in your magic. There are not many references of professional channels and tarots, and right? That magic energy, that spiritual healing energy, it's not really known as something that is, yes, there are ballerinas and there's sports people and there are musicians and there are engineers and stuff, but this energy hasn't really been celebrated because nobody has really specialized and honed in. Yes, a few have, but not to the way in which all of you can, in your miraculous, beautiful ways. And naturally, it'll just evolve and be however it is. Some of you will still stay in the mainstream frequencies, but you are healing it, you are transmuting it and transforming it to Source. But you need to drop the how, drop the ideas, release the caterpillar and be the butterfly. So this is you now as a butterfly. You've never been a butterfly before. We've never been a butterfly before. And Source is saying, as the butterfly, yes, you still want that stability. Good. You want that home. Yes. You want the finances. Yes. You want the relationships. Yes. Everything that you feel you want to experience in this physical. Yes, and more. Just allow the how to be quite different, quite unexpected. This is how humans have always done it. You are doing it in a way which is different from your realm to you, from your realm to you, from your realm to you. So it's very new ways. And in truth, ever since we released ballet and released all the other things we thought we would just keep doing for engagement or whatever, the thrill of it, we are receiving so many ideas about what to do. The readings coming in, even just doing the live session, like boom, and other things coming in, and it's things that it's somewhat obvious that we would go into a live session, right? But we weren't ever inspired to do it. The excitement to start it wasn't there. Only now we would think, actually, we would love to do like a podcast or a radio station. Oh, and then we were thinking, we researched other places, and then we thought, wait a minute, we already have a platform. And we thought to ourselves, can we go live on YouTube already? Can we, I don't know, what are the rules? What can we do? And we had a bit of a look, and of course we can go, we could have gone live a while ago, but clearly we were not harnessing the energy to focus it, to build it as we wish to now. It feels quite natural now. It doesn't feel forced, and we're excited. It doesn't make us anxious. It doesn't make us nervous. It just feels ever so natural, at ease. And Source is saying, you see, be open to the how. Be open to the how. You're asking, your intention is there. You receive the how. The how might ask you to drop a few things, let them go. And the how might ask you to take on new things, invest in that. We feel quite excited to put in the time for these live sessions. It doesn't feel like the stretches, the warm-ups, it feels, okay, cool, let's go, let's go, let's do it, let's see what happens. Trial and error, it's okay, we're excited to learn, we're excited to go, let's go. I don't have to do anything, I already have everything, I need to do, I don't need to, maybe we'll do vocal stretches, of course, just warm-ups. We always enjoy doing this anyway with music, but now really looking after our voice, properly looking after our voice, harnessing this tool, understanding, we really are going to work quite a bit with our voice. It feels like Kemet's wanting a lot of healing through sound, through voice. Okay, so we're now going to harness this instrument, which is here, already is there, already is ready to share, but now developing it, not beginning something completely new, which is not ours to begin with, but maybe of the caterpillar self. We can definitely see the Sala as a performance on stage in that way. And we understand why. However, it doesn't quite excite us now that we are understanding that we are not from this realm. It's a beautiful thing for those who are of the physical realm. It's an exciting experience for the physical beings, for the humans here. But for us, we can feel, oh, there is something more for us to tap into, something richer for us to hone into, and we have no idea what it is. But the more we remain just still and harnessing and honing in and trusting, we are feeling it take shape. We are feeling it become. And it's at ease. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels ever so natural. So be in that state. And below the Six of Swords, moving, it is a time of transition where you're moving to better energies, to healing energies. And Source is saying, we are guiding you. You need to let go. Look, you're not holding the oar. Here you are, the divine feminine, receptive. And here in the light, we are guiding you in the light, in the masculine, where to go. Stop trying to control and direct this realm. Be open to the discovery of the realm. We will say, oh, okay, we're going to take you here. Dabble in there. Ooh, ooh, dabble in there. Oh, you want that? Okay, well, dabble there. That'll bring you there. Oh, you want, okay, this is the path. Dabble in there. And as you're dabbling and creating, you are excited and you're investing and you are growing. And it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like energy wasted. It feels quite natural. It feels quite fun to do those. You feel excited to spend time stretching whatever vocal cords, whatever muscles, creative muscles, visual muscles, sensory muscles, spiritual muscles, emotional muscles, mental muscles, whatever you need to prepare for whatever you're doing. You are excited to do the preparation work. It doesn't feel daunting and heavy. It feels playful and fun. You start allowing the playfulness to be born of your frequency, not to be born of others, right? You start allowing your frequency to be the stability, to be the play, to be the wealth, to be the health, to be all. For now you are harnessing all that you are, and you're realizing that all that you are has the capacity to fulfill all that you are truly. And everything works out in your favor. It will work on your favor. This is you finally still on your side of the scale, allowing yourself to receive from Source, Source balancing the other side of the scale. You're asking, Source saying, okay, this is how, putting the pieces on the other side of the scale, and you are realizing, okay, Source took out those other pieces and is asking me to let them go. Okay, I let them go, and Source has put in new pieces. Okay, let's see what these new pieces are. So not questioning the how, not repelling the how, not being resistant to the how, but embracing the how. And finding that as you are doing it, it's easy, it's blissful, it's breathing. It doesn't require anything. You can conquer 1,000,000 mountains without feeling tired, because all those mountains are born of your frequency. Thus, overall energy, the Nine of Cups, you're satisfied, you're content, you're happy. This is you. And look, it's the divine feminine energy in the light. So you are receiving in the physical. What you are receiving is satisfactory. It nourishes you, is whole, is full. You are satisfied, you are nourished, you are content, you are pleased, you are happy, you are full. And you're excited for it. It builds. It doesn't take from you. It replenishes. It nourishes. So beautiful beings, everything you're asking for, Source is saying, of course, it's coming through. You just need to release deciding how it has to come through, and release the ways in which people have brought it through in the past, the ways in which you thought you would bring it through. Release the life of your past self. You're asked, do you want to relive your past self anew, the way that you maybe wanted to live life, which is not even yours anyway? Because even those dreams and those wants were born of the conditioned self, so that conditioned self doesn't exist. Our past Lasala doesn't truly exist. That being only existed because we had to be blind in order to take on the conditioning, in order to heal it, in order to release it. But should we have not had to heal the spirit, remember, in this realm, we get taught of the spirit realm, the divine feminine, and the physical realm, the divine masculine. We get conditioned about the spirit realm through religion, culture, tradition, and other ways of honoring a god in the people's illusionary way. So that aspect had to be healed. So we took on the false information, didn't feel right. And as we're taking on the false information, yes, dreams and good goals and experiences came on, but they were born of the false information because we had never tapped into the truth of who you are. That wasn't available for you to feel, to focus on, to even give attention to, really. So that aspect, all of that, the good and the bad, not real, not real. And it is just tricky for us to release how not real it was, the good and the bad, the past, really releasing it, realizing all of that was a map back to who we are now. So we have to release a complete purge and envision that we just literally popped on earth right now. Boop. No one telling you who you are, your name, your tradition, no information, no burden showered upon you. No 10 of Wands, no swords. On earth, okay. Fascinating. Okay, well, we would love stability, we would love all these beautiful things. And we're open to the how. We no longer look at how people have done it. We do not create from the fruit born of other people's knowledge. Nope. Good, stay there, okay. Why don't you try go over there? Okay, see how it feels. Okay, and you go there and you explore. And you explore and you build. And okay, it's exciting. Actually, yes. And you build and you build and you build and you build and you build. And remember, you're healing. So we understand very well why Source had guided us to the ballet. We had to heal that inner child, to reclaim it, but to release it now. And Source said, if we had told you, don't do ballet, we're just as bad as the conditioning you felt, which didn't feel it allowed us to do ballet. And now we're just angry at Source all the time for no reason. And Source says, we knew very well it wasn't aligned to you, really, not truly, but you have to experience it. You being there, enjoying it as you did, realized, oh, but other aspects of my life, they're not stable and it's slow. And why are things dragging? What's going on? Why isn't this just happening? And you realized, wait a minute, wow, I'm not really wanting to put so much time and effort here. Not that way. Not really. Actually, that's where I want to spend the time. And it requires aloneness because it's literally my own frequency. I don't really sign up for classes. I won't have any classes I go to. I won't really dabble in the physical as much. And I will be very physical. I will be very much exploring, but through my own frequency. Okay, we see now. We understand Velastri was really showing us who we are by releasing the physical and honing into our frequency. We see the teachings of our spirit frequencies, the guidance of our spirit teachers who are teaching us through 2020 to 2023, teaching us how we are to just honor our frequency and release everything. And now that we are in the physical once more, we now honor it and remain here. Source gave us another image saying, imagine that from last November to now, when we exited the cocoon, we had our wings crinkled. And because we had our wings crinkled, we were still in one place. We hadn't really flown, we hadn't moved yet. So we were almost repeating these energies, still in these energies. But as our wings have been stretching and ready for flight, we realize, where I'm flying, I don't know if it has any of this. I mean, I was born on this tree as a caterpillar, and this tree, I've seen people's successes, people's dreams, people's goals on this tree. I've seen what manifestations this tree can offer. But now as a butterfly, as I'm flying, I don't know if the other trees have I don't think it looks the same. I just need to trust where I am flying and wherever I land. Wherever I feel is now a place of my truth. Well, however it looks like, however those fields look like, however those flowers look like, however those pastures and valleys and hills and mountains and lakes and oceans look like, however those look like, it'll be exactly what we are to be. We just trust the unknown now. We are ready to take flight now. Blessed be.